I remember when I was a very little boy, our house caught on fire. I'll never forget the look on my father's face as he grabbed me in his arms and raced through the burning building. I stood there shivering in my pajamas and watched the whole world go up in flames. And when it was all over, I said to myself, is that all there is to a fire? Is that all there is? Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, then let's keep dancing. Let's break out the booze and have a ball. If that's all there is. And when I was 12 years old, my daddy took me to the circus, the greatest show on earth. There were clowns and elephants and dancing bears, and a beautiful lady in pink tights flew high above our heads. And as I sat there watching, I had the feeling that something was missing. I don't know what, but when it was over, I said to myself, is that all there is to a circus? Is that all there is? Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, then let's keep dancing. Let's bring out the booze and have a ball. If that's all there is. And then I fell in love with the most wonderful boy in the world. We would take long walks by the river, or just sit and gaze into each other's eyes for hours. We were so much in love. And then one day he went away, and I thought I'd die, but I didn't. And when I didn't, I said to myself, is that all there is to love? Is that all there is? Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, then let's keep... I know what you must be saying to yourselves. If that's the way he feels, why doesn't he just end it all now? Oh no, not me. I'm in no hurry for that final disappointment, because I know, just as I'm standing here talking to you, that when that final moment comes, when I breathe that last breath, I'll say to myself, is that all there is? Is that all there is? Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, then let's keep dancing. Let's break out the booze and have a ball. If that's all there is.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of It Might Get Personal. I'm David McCreath. Our guest today is Jeff Tidwell, and he sang
Is That All There Is? First, made famous by Peggy Lee in the 60s, mid-60s. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then it was recorded by a bunch of other people immediately.
Yes. And it was almost a standard that you would see on a variety show in those days, but I just remember the Peggy Lee version being so haunting and odd and not what I was watching on television in those days.
And it was like a pop hit.
Yes, yeah.
It was like top 40 kind of thing. And then it became a standard.
Yes.
That doesn't happen very often.
No. And especially something that dark, I think during that happy period in time, that here was this gorgeous woman, known for jazz singing, coming on a program singing in this dark way.
Yeah.
But it still had a lot of swing to it. So
Yeah.
I think that's what appealed to people at
And
the time.
it's deceptive because it sounds so cheery.
Yes, it does.
And then when you stop and listen to it, it gets dark fast.
Yeah.
It rolls out dark.
From their house burning down as a child to the man leaving her, and
Yeah.
on and on and on.
So why did you want to sing that song?
Right. Very interesting. It was a surprise to me when I responded to you that's what came out of my mouth. I wouldn't necessarily think it was one of those songs that were on my top list or anything, but I thought about it this week, and what it did for me, and what good music always does for me, is creates a picture in my mind. And she certainly did it in some of the videos you see of her doing this song. It just was beautiful, and dark and black and white, but then it had the groove to it as well.
Yeah.
So, it's not me necessarily. I'm not that kind of person. I'm a very positive person. Actually, I see, I don't see the dark side of things naturally. I leave my car unlocked. I do all these kinds of things that you probably shouldn't necessarily do, and I trust people all the time. And so what it did for me was created a visual picture that I saw when I hear this song. Yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody goes through periods like this, right?
Sure.
Even if you're a generally positive person,
Right.
you're gonna have those moments. Is that all there is?
Right. Yeah. And I like her response, which is, well, what the heck? Let's have a party then. Let's keep dancing. Let's have a drink, and everything will be all right, because this is maybe where we're all going to end up anyway.
And then I'm trying to remember who else did the song.
Well, PJ Harvey was the most interesting
right.
one I've seen when I was doing the research around this too, and I loved her version. It was very different than what you saw, and then I saw Bette Midler do one, and a tribute to Peggy Lee, which wasn't. It was a little disappointing, and but it's a great song. So
yeah, the PJ Harvey one is interesting, and I feel like that was from a soundtrack or something.
Yes, I forget what the movie was.
Yeah, I don't remember what the movie was.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out and put a link on the site.
Yeah.
And so in the rest of your life, you are you're a painter, and you do some app work.
Yeah.
Or something.
So I make my living doing web work, and have done that for 25 years, and in between all of that, I try not to completely be reliant on that. And I live in a beautiful place up near Yosemite, and we have rentals there on the 5 acres, and I'm a mad gardener, and so I love to grow vegetables, and I paint up there. So
nice.
I'm really drawn to nature and paint in oils, and
I'm not sure that I've seen any of your paintings.
yeah, probably not. Yeah, they're not in any museums yet. And I don't spend a lot of time broadcasting that. It's sort of a personal thing.
Okay.
And but I am. You might be surprised. I'm not a professional singer. And
Really?
I do many things, but that is not one of them. So this was a good stretch. Thank you. Thank you.
It came off really well, and of course, having Paul sit in with you was great.
Yeah. Paul Robinson is a great friend of mine that I worked with 30 years ago, and we've stayed in touch through the years. But he was always an inspiration about music, and he loves it, and he's amazing, and plays with Dan Hicks and tours all over the place with all kinds of very interesting people, and he's a master. So without that, he was the wind beneath my wings, you might say, on this one, because I was. It's not a natural thing for me to do, so it was really nice of Paul to come.
You did very well. I liked it a lot.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Well, that has been wonderful. Thank you very much for making the trip in.
Great. Thanks for doing this. I think it's a beautiful idea, and I think it's good to push people in this way. So
thank you.
Right on.
I'm having fun.
All right.
All right. I'm David McCreath.
I'm Jeff Tidwell.
And that's all there is.
That's all there is.